services are on incredible runs right now. Click on that article and we're going to explain to you exactly why all the sharp players, after a slow start after the shutdown, are now on fire. MasterLockLine, for example, 23-4 college basketball run. The MasterLockLine you've been winning with since the 1980s on the score phones, the old 976 lock numbers. It's just crazy. Just visit offshoreinsiders.com, click on that article, and just see how hot our services are, in fact, also at the home page. All right, free winner for tonight. We have Montana State and Washington State to go under the 133.5. Yeah, I like to go a lot on computer science and advanced analytics and some incredible power ratings that we got. We know how to weigh them, etc. This is more of organic handicapping. Washington State, they've been thinned by injuries, or upperclassmen Jazz Kuntz and Tony Miller. They're both likely out. Head coach Kyle Smith, he slowed the pace, and we're told that's what he's basically going to do to compensate for all the injuries they got going on right now. Really going to slow the pace down, and I've said this, one of my all-time golden rules is handicapping totals in basketball and football is much more about pace than it is offensive or defensive competence. Now, again, I always got to give that disclaimer. I'm not saying that offense and defensive competence aren't important. Of course they are. But if I knew you could have two great offensive teams, and if I knew they were going to use the entire shot clock, that would be more valuable. And I'd more likely bet the under. You could have two great defensive teams, but if I knew they were going to run like crazy, I'd probably bet the over. Assuming that, of course, that they were equal pay. Well, you get the point, basically. If I have to explain it, never mind. But the point being, Washington State, I am told by a couple of sources, they're really going to slow the pace down. Miller is, because they got to compensate. They can't go that deep into their bench. Now, as I said, some of the stats are very important. The Cougars are 12th in national field goal defense. They will slow down a Montana State that likes to up the tempo a little bit, but they're going to face their toughest test far and away. Washington State, only 254th in offensive efficiency based on 100 possessions. This just seems like a very good organic handicapping play. It's true that most of my power ratings have this number about right. In fact, even a couple sort of barely lean towards the over. But because of the pace, I wouldn't be surprised if this number drops by game time as the sharp information gets out for those who prefer, the quote-unquote organic handicapping. But I do like Montana State, Washington State under. Please, if you like this information, give us a 5-star rating if you're listening on iTunes or Stitcher. Give us likes on YouTube, the hearts on Periscope, etc. It's your way, and if you give us a positive review, it's your way of telling the search engines this is good information, and your way of telling us that you want more of it. Visit offshoreinsiders.com for that very important article. It could change your life, literally. I mean, your betting life anyway. Also, vetted sportsbooks and more at offshoreinsiders.com.